Deano right here in studio with us. Deano, a number of questions really that are, perplexing KKR fans at this point in time. Which is the biggest thing, the biggest mystery question for you?
Well, the biggest mystery of all time, firstly, I must say, number one, to our good mate Farouk Engineer. He's been in hospital. We love you, champ. Missing you, bud. So we know in a couple of days you'll be next to us. And of course, Imran Khan has had a serious accident, fell off a lift today.
But he's out of danger.
So he's out of danger. I wish him all the best because he's also one of my dear friends. So all the best to you too. Boys, now, what we were talking about, Kolkata.
Yes.
Have we forgotten about them already? Because I have. I told you before this game they're not going to be any good. And they, sure enough, actually come up to me. You said a very good word to me, Akash. Momentum changes.
Yes.
I look at this Mumbai Indian team and I go through their whole 11 and there's probably one boy, I won't mention him, there's one boy that I don't think can change the momentum of the match. I look in this Kolkata team, I only can find 5 players can change the momentum of a match. And today, none of them fired.
Absolutely.
But and that's the biggest problem at the moment, I find, Kolkata. They're batted Callis at number 3, which he's only going at 105, his strike rate. Why Morgan wasn't up the top there, I don't know.
Yes.
Why wasn't Brett Lee playing when he bowled instead of McLaren, who went for 2 for 755 tonight, bowled absolute rubbish. I've eaten better food off the stalls in the streets in Delhi. And Callis, why didn't he bowl 4
Or
4 overs?
Balaji, who gave just 7 runs in the 3 overs he bowled before that, because McLaren went for as many as 25.
So you can talk to the cows come home, but ultimately it's got to go back to Gambhir.
Yes.
He has not led this team well this year.
Right.
He hasn't understood the fact that they've had that hangover maybe from the premiership last year. So he had to sometimes grab someone by the scruff of neck and shake the hell out of them to get them back to how good they are. We know they can win.
Absolutely.
But they've just gone from worse to worse. It's been shocking.
Well, to give the devil its due, really, this is the captain that took KKR to its maiden IPL title last season, so he did a fantastic job there.
Yeah.
But this season, a number of unanswered questions, a number of mysteries over their performance so far. And if I could just pick up from where you left off about why Callis or Balaji wasn't given the last over, a number of KKR fans through the season felt that Balaji perhaps should not have been played in every match because he was leaking runs. He was giving as many as 50 to 60 runs, in his 4 overs in 2 or 3 matches. Today, Balaji comes up with a fantastic performance. He bowled a maiden in the first over, gave away just 7 in 3 overs, and he doesn't bowl him out.
Well, this is the point. This is why I don't really understand the game that much. This game's about momentum. And here's the point. If you bowl 2 fantastic overs, which Balaji did at one stage, right? Why don't you keep him on?
Exactly.
Keep him on. For example, if I'm a batsman, I've just made 20 off 1 over, then I smash 18. Does the captain take me off and say, no more batting for you? Of course not.
Yes.
So why do we do that to bowlers? I've never understood that, and I've listened to all the greats in T20 tell me, and they're all, as far as I'm concerned, wrong, because this game is about momentum. It's not what's going to happen the 18th, 19th and 20th over.
Right.
It's what happens now.
Right.
What happens in the next ball that counts. Then the next ball. Then we'll worry about the next ball after that.
Right.
And I think Kolkata has thought too much ahead instead of worrying about the now. Michael Jordan was big on that. Forget about yesterday, forget about the future, worry about the now.
Right.
And they haven't done that enough.
Well, if there's one team that can be called the now team of IPL 6, it's of course the Mumbai Indians. A huge win against the Chennai Super Kings, 60-run win, and now 65-run win against the Kolkata Knight Riders. Dino, do Mumbai look good enough to win their maiden IPL title?
Gee, if they ever have got a chance to win,
it's now.
It's now. They've beaten CSK twice this year, right? Their last 2 games, they've won by 60 and 65. Their run rate's gone through the roof. You saw that on on our screen before. They are flying. They're absolutely flying. Now, what's changed it for them? They were struggling only, about 4 games ago. It's been Ozha. He's the boy, the spinners come in and change them up, and that's brought Budgie to come in and bowl very well. They've still got improvement. That's what's the scary thing for me. Smith can still go a little bit harder. Pollard's gone off the ball a little bit with the bat, as you know. And who's the other lad? The quick. Johnson. Oh, sorry, Malinga. Malinga hasn't quite done enough for me yet. You know, he's not knocking a few guys over.
Yet,
But having Johnson, I said that right from the get-go that he needed to keep opening. Why they dropped him for a couple of games, I don't know. Now, here's the question: do you rest a couple of players, get them to keep them ready and bubbly before every time? Now, do you drop one now because they're in the finals now? You need to have 11 wins over. You need the double chance
But
if you're going to win.
psychologically, Deano, psychologically, when teams sit down to chalk out their strategies for their next matches, and when this is the business end of the tournament with about 3 or 4 league matches to go and then the knockouts, psychologically they would like to keep a consistent playing 11. They wouldn't like to chop and change too much. Is this the playing 11, the one that played today, the one that can win Mumbai the championship? Or do they still need to make a couple of changes?
I'm really close with them. It's them or Chennai for me at the moment. It really is. I know Chennai had a stinker of a game last game, but I'm just looking at their teams. They play against Pune, Hyderabad, Rajasthan, Kings 11. I might risk my boys in the last match.
Okay.
A couple of the boys before the finals.
Just to keep them fresh.
Just to keep them fresh. Yeah. But let's not forget about keeping the top 2. Delhi finished in the top last year and went out in straight sets.
Yeah.
So you really got to understand that momentum's everything, keeping guys informed, keeping guys happy and all that type of stuff. Sometimes it's good for a couple of players, release them from the squad, get them back to their wives or girlfriends, their families, just to get them freshen up because you need guys fresh. Sometimes it might be good to just lift them up and take them to Goa for a couple of days and really and let them have a bit of fun.
Not think about the cricket at all.
That's correct, but they mightn't have time. I haven't looked completely into their schedule there, but if it's a couple of days, it'd be welcome. Surely I think they could afford the team to go to Goa.
Of course
for a
they
couple
can,
of days.
yes. Mr. Money owns this team, so of course they can afford. They can afford anything they want. Well, I hope the Mumbai camp is really listening to what Dean Jones is saying, because if that's what you're planning to do, win your maiden championship, then maybe a few days rest for your key players is what's required. Now,